Whoa, whoa. Yawa, brown. The Millie Way. Big Millie on the scene. Thumbing pinkies to my threes. Yeah. Banger in the cut. Whoa. Know what's up. Whoa. Yeah. They said it's smoking weed with all of that. I took my pain on all these beats because it's more than rap. Whoa. I'm throwing first, it ain't no throwing back. I'm getting to this bitch cause we won all the racks. Yeah, they said it's smoking weed with all of that. I took my pain on all these beats because it's more than rap. I'm throwing first, it ain't no throwing back. I'm getting to this breach cause we won all the racks. Yeah, who say he tough, he gotta prove it, nigga. I know you Bob, you hold a chop, you ain't the shooter, nigga. It's only steppers you see moving with us. They wasn't chanting or was losing with us. They hate the way that I maneuver different. When I get high, my neck's a cooling system. I'm icy. Whoa, stuck to the plan while they was choosing bitches. I was serving food and then doing the dishes. No handouts because I stand out. I got the juice, so I'm the man now. She wanna fuck me cause she fanned out. To little mama when she sucked me up, just keep her hands down. Whoa, I'm spitting fire, but who cold is me? It's fuck them now because back then they didn't notice me. When I got knocked, I never told, I kept the G cause that's the code in me. I'm at they neck just like some rosaries. Whoa, forever solid how it's supposed to be. Only the real and loyal close to me. My kids, my mama, my siblings, they mean the most to me. I'm over being, it's nothing funny about my life, nigga, please don't joke with me. Yeah, they said it's smoking weed with all of that. I took my pain on all these beats because it's more than rap. Wow, I'm throwing first, it ain't no throwing back. I'm getting to this breach cause we won all the racks. Yeah, they said it's smoking weed with all of that. I took my pain on all these beats because it's more than rap. Wow, I'm throwing first, it ain't no throwing back. I'm getting to this breach cause we won all the racks. Yeah. Talk my pain to y'all niggas one time, man. Just in case y'all forgot, man, the Millie Way. Brown. Yeah, they said it's smoking weed with all of that. I took my pain on all these beats because it's more than rap. Wow, I'm throwing first, it ain't no throwing back. I'm getting to this breach cause we won all the racks. Yeah, they said it's smoking weed with all of that. I took my pain on all these beats because it's more than rap. Wow, I'm throwing first, it ain't no throwing back. I'm getting to this breach cause we won all the racks.
Peace, Vandals and Vandalettes. It's the God Mathematics, and you're now watching the Vandal Hour Season 8 live on S.STREET Media. You hear that, motherfuckers? 8 years, man. We are back. You could catch us on our YouTube page at on our YouTube page at S.STREET Media. Make sure you check us out. You can also catch us on our website at www.sstreetmedia.com. And yo, I'm fucking hype. I don't give a fuck about this fucking script now. I'm hype. We are back. Yo. You know, you catch us on Instagram, catch us on Facebook, catch us on all them social media platforms and shit. Yo, y'all probably wondering, where this dude Mask at? This is the 8th season, man. I retired the mask. I am here. Y'all see who I am. Mathematics. Yeah, it's a new season, man. I've been away doing a lot of big shit, a lot of dope shit. You know what I mean? For the people who may not be too tuned in to what we do here at the Vandal Hour, we are a graffiti podcast. We are a graffiti radio show. We bring you what's going on in the streets in graph, but also hip hop. And in New York City, life, period, man. Our last episodes, we had TD on. We had Niceo and Savs on. You know what I mean? A lot of big things, man. We used to be on DTF Radio. We not on DTF Radio no more. We got our own shit now. We on S.STREET Media. Again, S.STREET Media. You know, check us out, man. We got a lot of things going on besides the Vandal Hour. I know y'all fuck with the Vandal Hour, but we got a lot of other shit going on besides the Vandal Hour. The Vandal Hour set it off, and now we got our hands in so many pots. It ain't funny, man. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. We got our hands in everything. We like on some King of New York shit. I want a fucking dime sold in the fucking park. I want PC, man. That type of shit. You know what I mean? So, I'm glad y'all back with us. Catch our old episodes on YouTube. You can catch it on S.STREET Media page. If you want to go way, way, way back, you go to DTF Radio. Also, check out those joints. I was just watching some a couple of days ago. I'm just as fire. We was doing Drink Champ shit before Drink Champs, man. Y'all don't know. You know what I mean? So check them joints out. We need the support. And I'm glad you're back with us. You know what I mean? Outside of that, man, you know, I got two special dope guests in the building, man. If y'all don't know who in graffiti, if you don't know my first guest, I'm assuming that you not tapped in. I'm assuming that you're hating. I'm assuming that you just don't like a motherfucker because he's doing what the fuck he do. He is a bomber. He's doing freights. He's doing posters. He's attacking New York the way New York is supposed to be attacked. He is my man. He's my comrade outside of this graph shit. We got Niceo CM in the building.
Yes, sir.
Y'all know who Niceo is. How you doing, God?
You know I'm good, God. How you?
I'm good, man. I'm glad to have you here, man. You know, we working, and I want to get into a lot of stuff that you doing. You know, it's Easter today. How you celebrated Easter today?
Well, I don't celebrate Easter.
Me neither. That's the type of shit that we on.
Yeah, we don't celebrate that.
That's the type of shit we on. I'm out this, you know, Easter's for the kids, you know. They don't even dress up no more. They don't even go to Coney Island no more. Shit is crazy.
Yeah,
shit is crazy. And yo, we also have a person in the building, man, who I met recently. And I'm going to say this, man. Pardon me, my nose. I got to wipe my nose and shit. But I met the guard recently. He is on our S.STREET Media mixtape. He is shaking and moving. He's down with BME. You know, the best gang ever. You know what I'm talking about. Foot for Mayor, rest in peace. We got G2Da Prillz in the building, man.
Yower, grown.
You dig, man? It's family in here, man. It's family, and he's doing a lot of shit too. I was chilling with him last night. His performance at the event was dope. How you felt about the performance last night, God?
It was extravagant.
Yo, you really did your thing, man. Hold it. Keep talking. Yo, how you felt about the experience?
It was definitely different. It was definitely different to see all the different artists come out, different sounds, different creativity. Just to see the different artists that came together on one mixtape to make it a dope experience. That was the most classic for me.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm running back and forth. I'm by myself. Let me just say this. I do shit by myself. I'm a one-man gang. Fuck it. I'm on my old dirty bastard shit. But, you know what I mean? So if you see me moving around, I'm doing two things at the same time. I'm trying to fix the camera and all that shit. Yo, so... you did your thing last night, man. How you felt about the other artists that was at the event last night performing?
I felt like everybody had good energy. I felt like everybody came out to support one another. Most importantly, to come out to support the mixtape itself.
I agree,
so
man.
I felt like everybody's energy was organic. I felt like everybody's energy was like genuine.
Did you get fucked up yesterday?
Of course.
You got fucked up last night?
Listen, last night, man. Like I said, it was an epic night for me.
True indeed, man. It was. Everybody was chilling. The vibe was crazy. There was a lot of family in there. Yo, the energy was just like how it's supposed to be amongst black kings and queens.
Definitely.
That's the type of shit it was. So
Definitely.
I really had a good night last night. For y'all that don't know, S.STREET Media is a media company. We are like the black Viceland type of shit. And we got a lot of different shit going on. We just dropped a mixtape called Underground Madness. I need y'all to go online, go to www.sstreetmedia.com and listen to it. I got 17 of the illest artists on there. Female, male, drill, backpack, introspective, whatever. How you want to take
bars.
it? We got it. We got bars, everything. It's real shit, man. Real
Got
shit.
club bangers.
So make sure y'all tap in, man. Make sure y'all tap in. So, you know, I haven't did the Vandal album in a long time, so, you know, we got a lot of things to get into, man. But the next thing, you know, it's been a while since I did this, so, you know, excuse my my quirks, but for the people that might not be familiar with this part of the show, but this is what we get into this week in Vandal's Flexing, man. Y'all know what it is. Vandal's Flexing is we tell y'all what's going on in the world of graph through our perspective. You know, we got some sad things to speak about. You know, one of the OGs, one of the pioneers of doing murals, one of the pioneers of FX, one of the Bronx heavyweights, man. Pierre FX passed away. You know what I mean? If y'all don't know who Pierre is, man, just run into the wall and bang your head, man. But Pierre is one of the illest, muralists, bombers, graph legends there is, man. His style is duplicated, mimicked by a lot of people, man. He put in a lot of work and he put hands on you. I heard. I'm not just from sources. Sources close. From sources close. I heard he put hands and feet on niggas too. So we want to say rest in peace to our OG, our triple OG Pierre FX. We want to give him a moment of silence for that guard, for the guard. Yo, my condolences go out to him and his family, man. Pierre was very well respected in his grab game. So rest in peace, Pierre FX. Also, man, Prisco MTR passed away. I'm not familiar with his work, but my brother STEM put something on his page about him. I went to the dude's page. Someone was an artist and shit, doing shit. So rest in peace, Prisco MTR. We're gonna give a moment of silence for him. So, you know, my condolences go to him and his family out there, man. You know, losing someone is a hard thing for any person or family to go through. So, you know, our condolences to them. On a lighter note, we had this week or last week, Words, RFC, had a fucking show at the Village Works or Village Work. From the pieces that I seen, the shits was fire. You know, the guard does a lot of dope shit in graph, man. He's a low life too. He's very well connected with a lot of people, man. So if y'all didn't check that out, make sure y'all go look on the web or Instagram and see if y'all can find Words page, and maybe y'all could see some of the stuff that he had posted. Y'all could definitely go to Village Works or Village Works Work to check it out, to see what he put up there. He's a dope artist, man. I know he's the person that does the hat on like this figure, like this mysterious, like I can't even describe him. It's like a skeleton face with a top hat. It's everywhere, man. Son is a dope artist, man. So shout out to him and his show that just happened. Now, and this week in Vandal's Flexing, y'all know what Vandal's Flexes is. Vandal's Flexing is when we highlight the artists out there putting in work, really putting cans to walls, really hitting them tunnels, hitting them rooftops, doing whatever they do to get their name out there. That's what we respect. This is called the Vandal Hour, and we respect the Vandals. They are the heartbeat of the graph. You know what I mean? So let me give let me shout out some of the Vandals who I've been seeing. I'm not going to talk about nobody else. I'm going to talk about the ones that I've been seeing. You know what I mean? Because dudes may be upset that their name ain't here. But if you ain't really flexing like that, you might not make it here. If you feel that you flexing, DM the Vandal Hour, send your picture to us, and we'll check it out. If it's something that we see on a regular basis, you definitely going to get a shout out on our show. We don't discriminate. We don't hate. We congratulate. So check this out. I've been seeing this dude a lot. Zigzag. Shout out to Zigzag, man. Zigzag been putting in a lot of work, very unorthodox type of shit. He's doing a lot of different situations. I don't want to describe his shit. If you don't see it, then you don't see it. Shout out to Rebo. Rebo, man, putting a lot of work, man. Putting a lot of work in, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. Rebo, I see almost in every borough, man. Serve, putting in a lot of work, man. A lot of work. He's R2D, I believe. R2B, part of self. R2B. He's putting a lot of work in. TD, who was our last fucking episode. The guard is still putting in work. No lie to you, he's still putting in work. We also got Jet Ski. New dude, I'm assuming. Seems like a person, he got like a California-ish type of style, but Jet Ski is definitely putting in work. DF and Swift, I believe they DMS, putting in work. Schmo, putting in work. Blizz and Keezy, putting in work. Deck, putting in work. Zers, I believe 2DX, putting in work. Also, Map. A lot of people don't mention Map, man. I don't know why. I'm not gonna get into the graph politics, but I'm gonna say for myself, that nigga is up. That motherfucker is up.
I thought you was gonna ask me. I was gonna tell you why.
Oh, well, so
you want me to tell you why?
Is it negative? Because we don't want to go negative.
It's definitely
so
negative.
We're going behind.
Yeah, but yo, I got love for Matt.
Yeah, yo, a lot of work, man.
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
ZB, my man, my motherfucking ace. Shout out to ZB, Ecstasy, PTP. Also, man, I'm gonna say this, man. He's been doing it for a couple of years now too. False is putting in a lot of work, man. And my last but not least, I'm gonna say this. I like this dude's shit because he's doing like peace and shit, like how niggas do throw ups. And I find that amazing. I'm gonna say that he's not from New York just because the type of shit that he's doing. Cheek, Cheak, Cheek. He's doing a lot of stuff. Now, if you want to be mentioned on the Vandal's Flexing, send us your work, DM us your work, and we'll check it out. If it's dope, it's dope. We'll throw it up. We'll talk about it. If it's not, it's going to the basura, to that trash can. We don't give a fuck. You could take that personal. We're not saying that humbly. We're saying that disrespectfully. That's what we're doing. That's what it is. But a lot of dope dudes doing a lot of work right now out there. Shout out to all my Vandals out there, man. I'm gonna go into regular news, man. I got two topics here. I'm gonna start first with Frank Thomas, the new subway shooter.
Oh man,
I gotta say that the new subway shooter.
Bozo.
Yo, I'm gonna say this.
God,
man.
I thought he was playing Call of Duty.
Yeah, this is crazy, man. You know why I say it's crazy? Because he shot so many people on a packed train. I'm saying this, and I'm not, you never know what's gonna happen, and I don't want to jinx my goddamn self. Let me knock on wood. I find it hard to believe that a nigga drops smoke bombs in front of people.
Nobody
and they looking at this shit. The smoke bomb comes out. You look at the smoke bomb. A guy pulls out a gun on a packed train.
And nobody ain't jump on him.
Nobody!
That's what I'm saying. He had to roll people on the train with him. He had regular innocent civilians on their way to work. He ain't had nobody mad that woke up that morning.
You know what it is? It's it's rush hour.
It's early in the morning. There's a bunch of pedestrians.
9 to 5ers.
People still tired, halfway asleep.
Sure indeed.
But yo, let me add something that y'all missing. You know how he got away and why he could do that, and dudes was just standing there watching?
How?
Social media.
Yeah.
You got so many dudes
focused on filming the act instead of really trying to be the solution to it.
You got dudes going dancing on the trains. You got dudes getting massages on trains. You got these dudes running around in rap suits and all that shit. So when people see something happen, they just think it's a stunt. They don't actually think, it's something going on. So that's what they look at it like it's a stunt.
Entertainment.
Yeah, it's more entertainment for some dumb shit or some dude that trying to get millions of likes on Instagram. So everybody just sit there watching them.
It's a panhandling thing.
Then when the bullets started flying, they like, oh shit,
It's
it's
real.
too late. Yo, you trapped in the car. Where you gonna go? And he on his knees shooting everybody in the kneecaps.
Yo, how you feel about the trains that you can't walk through the door on? Do you think they should keep that like that now after a situation like
definitely
this?
not, because there's no way for nobody to get out.
That's crazy. You trapped.
You
in
basically
there.
telling me I gotta sit here and just encounter whatever's gonna happen. I can't. It's no way for me to escape. Like at least with the doors open, I'm able to escape 2 routes. I could permanently get off the train, or I could go to the next car.
I agree. And forget just a shooting. It could be a fire.
Anything.
It could be anything. Right. To be trapped in the car while that's crazy.
To be not to say like he could have been a real assassin. He wasn't. Like he wasn't. You could tell he just did it like for the sport or something. Like he must have thought he was really in the game, because he didn't. It could have been worse. It could have been way worse.
It's funny. From what I'm hearing from other sources that I've read, that he was upset. He does rants on Facebook, and he was upset that Eric Adams was gonna put focus on low-level crimes like homeless, hopping a train, drinking beer in public.
Right.
He felt that was like, what do you mean? These niggas is killing niggas in a train station. Y'all caring about a nigga who hot.
So what he basically trying to say is he did it for a greater purpose.
Yeah, that's what he did. He
did it to bring awareness.
It's real shit going on
to the people that they're not watching on the train.
He said I could go basically. Allegedly that a person could go into the train station and do whatever and get away with it.
Right,
That's
he did
easy.
say that.
He's like, yo, for you to lock down a train station, you got to put a police officer on every stop, and that's almost impossible.
Right, but you see,
every stop, every car, because that's the way you're gonna get it.
Right.
I mean, it's possible if the trains actually shut the trains down in a time where they need to shut it down. See, they shut them down when they bring them in the station. You never really see them say, or the train was shut down in the middle of the tunnel, lights off. They got the ability to turn all of the lights off on the train. They can activate that. Why not? Why not pull an emergency switch and let the train actually really stop? Now the train stop, all the lights go out. Everybody's gonna panic. But in all reality, that shooter or that person won't have a clear shot.
Ooh, that's true.
Now you got time to call the authority and have the authority rush into a tunnel where it's pitch dark. They're the only ones that got lights. You understand? Like
I like that.
It's ways around it. It's ways around it, but they not fully emphasizing that.
Right.
Yeah, I'm just saying, man. Yo, when I say the train stations right now is like the Warriors. If you ever seen that movie, the train station now is you got to go in there prepared. Listen, you can't be slipping.
You can't even take a courtesy nap.
Nothing. I see some young. No lie to you. This is just I was going to the event on Saturday. While I'm going to the event, I guess 2 groups of kids, different gangs, seeing each other on a train, and they started chasing. One group started chasing another group from car to car for each stop. So while the other group, so the one group was stopped, like they really was trying to, like, it's some brawling shit, and they go into each car, and when the train stopped and the train door closes, they beefing because they couldn't cross through the train. This particular train you couldn't cross through. They beefing from across each other, throwing up shit. The gang threw up something. They all threw up some shit like, crazy. This is regular shit. Like
regular.
It seems that then when they tell their statistics, it got to be lies. Because I go into the train and I see some crazy shit at least 9 times out of 10 times I go into the train.
Every day you see something. Every day you see it. Because like you said, you got homeless people. Them people, they very dangerous people.
Very.
Because they could just be walking on the train and just start talking to themselves, and then something can happen to them. They could do something to you just based off you not giving them what they asking you for. They could see you with food, but you could who's to say you not hungry? Who's to say you ain't just spend your last $5 on this meal? Now you starving. You just came from work. You feel me? Now you hungry, but they going on the train asking for a meal. Now they looking at you because they know you're the only one that got food in your hand.
Pressing you, basically it's a price.
It's like a strong arm robbery, but like they just
with
like
a smile,
with a smile, like a friendly extortion. You feel me? Like let me get like I'm hungry. I ain't go through this. I'm going through that, but you don't want to tell that man, listen, bro, I'm hungry too.
I'm going through shit too.
So what you'll do is you will tie your food up, put it to the side. You probably have a little bit of curse. You won't eat it in front of you. Probably put it to the side or something. But who's to say he ain't having a bad day to say he want to take that from you?
That's a fact.
But yo, you got to remember, the stats only go by the complaints that the officer gets. That's how they make their records. So if there's a robbery you seen and nobody reported that robbery, the cops don't know about it.
The robbery didn't happen.
The robbery
It
didn't
doesn't happen. And a lot of times we don't report shit. So you guys
they film it. They film it and wait for the authority to see it on social media.
On social media. But you see, that's not a report.
Nah, it's not.
No one's there to complain, and nobody files a complaint. It doesn't go in the report.
Go through. Yeah, everybody just,
so it's just they're gonna investigate.
It's that paperwork,
right?
That documentation on that
gotta
paper.
Be there.
You gotta
be
have
a docket.
It gotta be the paper trail.
Gotta be a docket number.
Yo, crazy shit, man. Last subject, man. Outside of our conversation, we're gonna have. I don't even want to speak about this. I'm not gonna lie to you because I don't watch the news. I'm gonna be truthfully. I don't really watch the news. I really don't. I don't get into politics. I'm not into the radio. I kind of like filter what I wanted to do and what I wanted to read and what I don't want to read. I'm on that type of time. When it comes to stuff that can affect me, like, you know, if there's a train shooter happening on a regular basis, I gotta know what's going on.
Can I take the train?
Yeah, I take the train.
Absolutely.
So if it have something that it could come into my reality, I want to know what's going on. Outside of that shit, I really don't give a fuck. But on another note, as I said, I didn't want to speak about this, but I do have something to say about it. The Will Smith smack of Chris Rock. Now, I have a particular view on this, and this is the only reason why I'm going to say something about it. I seen 3 white dudes on a podcast, and I'm not a color banger. I don't bang colors, you know what I mean? Whether it be racial or rags. But these 3 white dudes was talking about the situation, and their description of it was like, yo, this nigga Will Smith, man, smacked Chris Rock. They're laughing. Shit is funny as fuck. And like, yo, why Will Smith smack Chris Rock? Shouldn't he be smacking the niggas that's fucking his wife? Like, the only reason why she has alopecia or why her hair's coming out because niggas is fucking a doggy style pulling her hair. This is 3 white dudes said this. And that shit was kind of crazy. And what I mean by that is, all right, protecting the black woman, being a black man, is important. Mm-hmm. But how you do that is up to there's ways to do that without bringing down the whole movement because of it. And what I mean by that is y'all got a person can have beef with somebody. Like, let's say Will Smith, they said the joke and son is not feeling it. Son could have waited till after the show. You know what I mean? We could both talk, and if it's a situation, then we could shake out somewhere else. We don't gotta do it in front of these people, and I feel it'd be more real. So on that note, that's my perspective of that. I think that Will Smith, I'm not gonna say that Chris Rock didn't need to his hand should have been put on Chris Rock, and I'm gonna say for me the reason why I think that hand should have been put on Chris Rock. He knew there was a situation between them. There was already built up animosity from years prior. You could talk about all these people in his goddamn audience. There's a million people you could talk about, and you choose my bitch.
Facts.
Like, I'm like, and you know that it's negative energy there. So that's my thing with that. It's not really deep. It's just like, yo, boy, you could have talked about anybody. Why me, man? Like, you you doing this for the crowd?
It's the second time around.
You know what I mean?
It's the second time it's the second time we here on this platform, and you want to keep playing with me, my wife, and our career.
Right.
Jordan.
But yo, that goes back to what I told you, make an example out of niggas. That shit goes back to that. That goes back to that. Cause you know me, we know how I get down. So First of all, it's two pussy niggas, and one pussy nigga took advantage of the other pussy. And Chris Rock is straight up pussy.
Not really. That was probably the only time Will Smith had that opportunity to actually show that he's not pussy.
Right. But that's what makes it even more pussy. Because if you slapping a nigga like Chris Rock, first of all, you ain't even have to do that. Like you say, you could have ran up on him after the show.
Who's to say Chris Rock wasn't tough though?
Nah,
Chris Rock
he's far from tough.
Nah, he played it smart. He did a business. That was a business move.
It's definitely a business move. Definitely was a business move.
That was a business move.
Yeah, definitely a business move.
Being his manhood being taken. He know that he deserves to be there.
Right. But you see, that's also, let's look at it like this. That's possibility is great. But you see, when
he sold his soul.
Chris Rock, how we know Chris Rock, that shit was pussy.
He sold his soul.
Chris Rock wasn't going to do nothing anyway.
They let somebody smack you on stage.
Yeah, he wasn't going to do nothing anyway.
Chris Rock, the show, everything, what's this, Chris? Everything about Chris? Everybody hates Chris.
Everybody hates Chris.
That's a true story. So a lot of people don't know. This is real shit. You could look up, Chris Rock was bullied his whole life. Chris Rock, so this is what they saying, like sidebar shit. They saying that prior to this happening, Chris Rock is in like therapy about, he feels his family walks over him, bullies him. This is what his own words.
Yeah.
He was being bullied in real life for years. And so I think that he kind of had a flashback when something came up. If you didn't notice, he had a smile on his face.
The whole time. He had one of them shock smiles.
Yeah,
like, oh,
the shock smile.
Yeah,
true indeed.
And then he said it. He joked it off. Like, oh shit, Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me.
So what it is that
he still had this face smile like.
A lot of people don't know he gets bullied. He's been a person who's
all
bullied
his life.
He's not that type of person.
Yeah, he's not.
So that's what's crazy.
He's straight ass. But that's not taken away because I seen ass niggas shoot thoroughbred niggas.
Put on, absolutely.
Yeah, I seen that. So it don't take away from
when
it.
When you corner, then when you're in a certain corner, you always you're gonna perform.
Right, but you see, it's always in the spotlight. Will Smith was 100% wrong.
But he was definitely 100%
about
wrong.
it. But we know Will Smith
that was a
is pussy too. It don't matter how much training the nigga got and all that shit, boxing shit. He was straight pussy.
I feel like go ahead.
He ain't gonna do that to certain niggas.
No.
That's why he did it to Chris Rock. Because like I said, even I feel, yo, son, your wife and these niggas is doing you dirty for years and you ain't step up. Now, son, you want to step up because it's a nigga underneath you. And that's the problem we got as black people.
They call it picking your poison.
Right. I feel like he only slapped him because of her.
Facts.
Because if you look at what they showing in the videos and all that, he was laughing. Mm-hmm. He was laughing until she turned over and looked at him like one of them looks like, nigga, where you try to do you clowning me with him? And then it's like, she gave me that look.
It was very reactive.
I gotta go home with her. I'm gonna have to hear the end of this right here. Niggas already playing with me. I'm already the laughing stock. She's looking at me like this. I gotta go up there and perform. You feel me?
That's a fact.
That's what it was. I feel like he only did that because of the way she reacted to it.
Right.
If she would have laughed it off, he would have left it alone because he was laughing. When he first said it, he had the biggest smile on his face. You feel me?
That's a fact.
Well, I mean, but going back onto what you said, right now, business-wise, Chris Rock is gonna kick.
He gonna kill him.
He gonna cake
they
off.
They said tickets went from like $40 to like $200, $300, $400.
Yeah, he gonna cake off.
$45.
I don't think I'll let a nigga slap me in front of niggas.
He sold his soul. I ain't letting nobody slap me either. I gotta defend myself. First of all, you slap me, I'm defending myself.
Period.
Yeah, everybody seen this. There's no way I'm gonna let another man harm me, and I'm not gonna retaliate.
That's crazy.
Especially on live television for everybody else to see that. Even if you're the pussiest person in the world.
Yeah, you got
once the cameras come on, you must perform.
Yeah, you would have had to stomp me out.
You had to. Kill me on the stage, Will.
Show
the world that you a beast, because there's no way I'm letting you do that. I got kids. First of all, my kids got to see.
To me, that is the needle in a haystack. To me, it's like, damn, God, like your children, like. What do you say to your? It's for the bag.
I can't tell them nothing.
But I mean, you got to go back to what you said. If it's true what he's saying in therapy, his kids is walking over, his wife is walking over him. It doesn't matter anyway. They already seen that shit coming.
I think
it's just mad at time.
This is my sociological opinion, because I did go to college for social work. I think they're both being bullied and was bullied. I think they're the same person.
Absolutely.
I think they're the same as
I think so too.
I can't
No,
agree
So
with that.
this is the reason why. The reason why I say that.
Shit.
I believe that Will is being bullied too.
He is.
Whether it be by
That's
social
true.
media,
Social media bully.
his wife.
His wife is a big bully too.
His kids
that's
wrote about
true.
his kid wrote about Tupac that she or he wished that Tupac was alive.
But yo, it's a different level.
Disrespectful.
of bullying.
Disrespect.
My kids is talking about another nigga waving here.
Right,
Dad.
but yo,
Dad,
it's always a different level of bullying. It's the bullying. Yo, listen, your wife, your kids, or somebody in your family say something to you and you bow out. That's a different bully. Then somebody coming up to you and be like, yo, let me dig your pockets. Let me take whatever you got. Let me bully you in front of niggas so they could know you pussy and I'm the big dude. Those are 2-tier different bullies.
True indeed.
So now, like you say, that's like me. In front of my kids, first of all, that shit wouldn't happen. My kids are gonna tell you nice is gonna kill your ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a body. Somebody
you,
getting
you
stained.
might as well just dig your own grave, my man, because my father gonna kill you.
TV.
Daddy going to jail.
Yeah, it's top of the line, disrespectful.
Daddy going to
First of
jail.
all, if I got a daughter, how my daughter gonna look at me? My daughter gonna be like, damn, my father just got smacked on TV. I can't even call him if another dude put his hands on me.
Right.
That's
But
exactly
also,
what
we
it
got
is.
to put it on the other hand, too. We got to look at it from this perspective, too. Because as gods, when do we turn the other cheek? Or when do we say...
Never.
Sometimes you got to. Sometimes you got to be like, yo, let me take the L. Because I've been in situations where I got to put the H on my chest.
It's just so,
Sometimes you got to do that.
There is times where you feel in that instance, millions of people
Will Smith ain't
watching.
smack nobody
Right.
else. I'm not taking the L for that. You ain't smack nobody else. You gonna smack me?
And then do this.
No,
and
if
then
you
do
would have
this
smacked
doing
somebody else, I would have took the L. But you ain't smack nobody. You just smacked me only.
and then apologize after.
And then
Right.
I can't take that.
But I mean, when it comes to business and all that, and when
Like
it
I said,
comes
it's
to
a
our
business
careers,
thing.
yeah,
It's a business thing.
It's
Me
always something to
personally,
think about.
If it depends on his mental, his
Yeah.
mental state of mind. If he feel like I could get richer off of this man, then I probably wouldn't have did it neither. But like right now, because Will Smith is eating right now. Will Smith is top of the top tier for actors right now. He top tier. So
That's a fact.
If I can hit your pockets in a situation like that, I would do that. And
10
that's what he
years.
did.
He's been banned from the academy for 10 years.
But yo, that's another thing. Who cares? Because you know what the problem with us is? We constantly looking for somebody to give us recognition.
We don't need
Yo,
that.
we need our own award show. Why the fuck we always waiting for somebody else to give us something?
No, why? I just want to say, I want to add this out. I want to end this conversation on that. But Roman Polanski raped women, and allegedly, and this dude never been kicked out of nothing. Nothing. He still has all his Grammys, all that shit. Why they not talking that shit when this pedophile did what he did? He did this shit in like 30, 40 years ago. He got an award like a couple of years ago.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like after the fact of a rape that you want to run for, not just a rape that happened and is over. You want to run for. You're running from country to country because of this rape charge. They had a motherfucking extradite you from somewhere else because you made this wrong move and went to the wrong place and they bagged your ass. And niggas was writing like really like champion, like don't lock him up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's why it's crazy. Yeah. Yo, I want to leave this note alone. Yo, thank y'all for building me on our regular news, man. You know, because vandals and, people in our culture, we got to give them some news too. Because a lot of people are like in the dark. So, I like to raise some attention, bring some things other than, just rap and graph. So let me speak to you, Niceo, man, because, this is the Vandal Hour, our 8th year.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? You've been here probably probably your third, fourth time.
Yeah, it's about my fourth time, I believe.
You came in 501. You came for Dolo.
Yeah,
you came a few times.
I need a job.
Yeah, that's it.
Fuck out of here.
Let me say this, man. Yo, we always looking for a co-host. You could be a special co-host anytime you want to be the co-host.
All right. Let's set that up and let's get it in.
So that's what we doing then. Let's get
that in.
So you've been on the show a couple of times, man. For the people who probably never seen one of those episodes, a lot of people don't know we met in Walk Kill Correctional.
Yes,
you know
sir.
what I mean? It's funny because my man Black.
Yes.
You know what I mean? My man Black, that was your man too.
Yes.
I used to be sitting behind y'all while we watching TV and your shit. I used to come there, go see my peoples. Y'all got your 2 seats in front of the joint, your big cup and shit like that.
Yeah. Dudes don't understand what prisons consist of and how you move in prison. So a little cap of that is when you sitting in the front, you them niggas.
That's fact.
So when you got a whole prison watching Dragon Ball Z, you're that nigga. So niggas don't understand that. How I go to Clinton and got the whole Clinton prison watching Dragon Ball Z. And to this day, dudes see me or they hit me when they come home and they like, yo, son, I remember you. Yo, I got mad love for you. I was watching that Dragon Ball Z shit. Yo, you son, you that nigga. So that's true shit.
Yo, I got to speak from, my experience. And that's how I met you, Shout out to my man Black, man. I haven't seen Black since then.
Yeah,
I spoke to him when he first came home, but I didn't see him after that. I remember going to my people's room, and I used to walk past your room all the time. And I walked past your room, you had like Niceo drawings on the wall, right? Because I already knew you. I didn't know that nice is Niceo. I didn't know nice is nice. You know what I mean? But when me walking past your shit one day, and I look inside, I look on the wall, and I seen the shit on the wall, like, yo, girl, you right? You're like, yeah. I like, yo, boy. I remember your shit. Like when I know your letters. I'm like, oh shit, boy, I seen you. That's you. You're like, yeah. I'm like, oh shit. Yo, nice to meet you, man. I said, yo, boy, I'll be right back. I ran, got my little drawings, came back. Yo, this is some of the stuff that I'm working on. I'm thinking about doing this graph when I get back. He like, I ain't fucking with it.
Yeah.
I ain't fucking with it. I said, yo, boy, yo. And that's how we connected. But fast forward, I come home first. I saw the bombing. I come out doing my shit. And then maybe like a year or two later, you come out. And I remember we talked on the phone. And I was like, yo, boy, I've been doing this shit. He said, yeah, I seen you been writing. He like, yo, boy, I'm about to kill this shit.
Yeah.
And you never, from that point on, it was the beginning. And you put your foot on the gas. And you never let up.
Well, I mean, I'm known for that. Once I get in anything, that's the worst mistake you do, because I'll take over that shit. So dudes don't understand that. That's like when we uptown, niggas was screaming Alpo and all these niggas selling drugs. When we started selling drugs, it was over. Niggas is doing numbers. But I'm hungry like that for everything I do. So it's a totally different game. But like I told you when we was locked up, I wasn't gonna come back. I was gonna leave Graph alone. Thank you to
who was it that got you interested again?
Dreads, J.A., Dink. They was like, yo, you need to come back. Graph is trash. Yo, you got the energy. Come back. And I'm like, nah. Then one night I was out with Dink and J.A., and I was like, you know what? I'm coming back. And they stepped back. They had the smile on their face, and we ain't stopped since then.
That's a fact, man. I consider you an innovator. And what I mean by that is, besides just, grabbing a can, writing on walls, your tunnel action is renowned. It's renowned. You're definitely will be, when they speak about the tunnels, your name will always be mentioned with that. What you did with the poster movement that you, STEM, the How Crew, you know what I mean? That poster movement in itself Next Level wasn't being done. The last time I seen that action happen is probably Cost and Revs. So, and they wasn't doing that. But I mean, like, somebody attacking Graph through that perspective.
Well, there was a couple of dudes that was actually doing phone booths, but they ain't do it like how we did. It was more 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 here and there. We attacked it in a couple of nights. So New York City is, at that time, maybe 3,000 phone booths. I think we did 800, 900 in one night.
Whoa.
So
goddamn,
dudes, when I got the information on how to do the phone booths, dudes was like thinking, oh, yo, Nice is going to do one phone booth. You're going to do one here, maybe one there. They ain't know how I got down. So after they seen what I did, they all started beefing with each other. Like, yo, Nice is really... And my man that was down with them was like, I told you, this nigga's a fucking animal, okay? Why you think they call him Godzilla?
Sure indeed.
And they literally was like, yo, he not going to do that again. We came back and did it again. And then all of a sudden, the whole world was like, yo, who the fuck is these motherfuckers? Because we took iconic shit that people love and just was running with it. So it was like another whole thing. But Prodigy, #1 poster, it went definitely viral.
Sure indeed.
And I didn't even want to do that poster. That was a no-no. I'm a Mobb Deep fan. I'm not a Prodigy fan. So I was like hesitant. Nam and Brer was like, yo, come on, let's do it. And I was like, let me think about it. I came up with a good plan. I executed the plan. Went viral.
Yo, shout out to 501, Fogs, Nam, and Brer. Yo, that movement was crazy, man. That movement was crazy. Definitely was the talk of the town when it was going down. I'm assuming that y'all did prints and stuff after that and all that.
I sold tons of prints.
Yeah, I could.
They're still selling now.
Those are iconic. Those are like Andy Warhol-ish.
Right.
You know
and the good thing about it, a lot of stars got it. I'm trying to remember. Victoria Gotti got posters.
Wow.
Clint Eastwood got a poster hanging in his house.
Wow. You hear this shit,
Russell Crowe got 2 posters. Somebody that not the director, but one of the dudes that was the executive producer of Godfather got the Godfather posters. So I mean, like, we literally got stars. Got it. I forgot the dude named Wayne. How Crew put me on him. He was doing the pedophile thing. Like, yeah, come in the room, sit down. I forget his name.
You talking about the date? Yeah.
He got a poster. He got a poster because he went crazy for it. So some reason somebody told him about the poster, so he wound up getting a poster. But yo, they wound up paying for these posters. But I mean, like Clint Eastwood, I hit him off with the poster because I didn't actually think it was. His son hit me and was like, "Yo, I heard you." And I was like, yeah. And I was like, nah, I sent it to you. So I sent it to him, and he sent me the picture. I was like, holy shit. I was on my phone looking at this picture like all day. Like, yo, that's Clint Eastwood.
Yo, that's fucking dope, man. Congratulations, man. Congratulations. Can we speak about this freight movement that you're doing?
Sure, let's get it.
All right, man. So let me say this, man. Shout out to my brother Stem Mine, man. You know, what y'all two are doing with this freight thing is historical. I could see books made about it. I could see movies being made about it. I could see this is as the poster thing was innovative. This is innovative too. It reminds me of the early 80s, you know, full productions on steel. You know what I mean? Which is I'm not gonna say it's rare because it's coming back. It's coming back, but you definitely was the beginning of that resurgence.
Right.
Talk to me about this, man. Well, how do this shit comes into fruition, man?
I mean, STEM is a low life. STEM at a low life function, he came up to me. He was like, "Yo, I'm a fan." Not really. He was a fan. He seen my shit. He liked.
I like your work.
I like your work. And I was like, "Yo, thank you." I was like, "Yo, I love your shit." And he was like, "Yo, you know what? We should paint. I know you just got home. I know you want to paint." And I was like, "Yeah, let's paint." So we got together. He seen I was a little rusty. He said he was going to give me some tips, get me back in shape because he seen my
like
shit
working
before.
out. You got to work out again.
Son, you gotta get. And I never believed that shit when we was locked up. Muscle memory.
True indeed.
He activated the muscle memory. So now here we are, I believe 7 years later, going hard. And he's loving it. And the thing is, I love when dudes love it. It's not really what I think and how I feel about it. I look and see what they think and what they do. When he pats me on the back, when he says, "Yo," I know that shit is it. Cause I'm like, I'm the worst critic of my own shit. Cause like literally I tell people, you come to my house, I don't even want my own artwork in my crib.
You always been, and that's funny how you say that. You always say that, man.
Yeah,
you always
I don't
say,
even
like,
want
I don't got my shit. That shit gone.
Yeah, I'll be like, "Yo, dudes be like, yo, son, you don't got this, you don't get nah.
No, I'd rather
I
people
don't
have
like
it.
my shit. I'd rather everybody else have it. Cause to me, it means more if someone else want it. So that's how I feel. So when anybody be like, "Yo," they see a freight or they see something I've done, and they be like, "Yo, that shit was crazy," I feel better.
Yo, man. Y'all two, you know, I knew STEM since I was 14 years old. So I'm going to say this. Y'all two bring, like, opposites to the table. He's a technician. You know what I mean? You are a bomber's bomber. You know what I mean? Both of y'all mixing these two together is a great combination.
Right.
Your technique has elevated crazy, but then you got STEM in the dirty parts too. You know what I mean? You got STEM in the grit. And I love that you're both are highlighting each other. You know what I mean? He's more into he's as I said, the technician, more into doing what these productions, whether it be legal, illegal, and you're more into like get my name up everywhere a million times. It got to be repeated.
Yeah.
So your synergy together is definitely magic right now.
Yeah, I mean, you had people that literally said it wasn't gonna work because they looked at it like, "Yo, Nice can't do burners," not knowing I came from a burner era. We both came from burner eras. It's just the STEM was doing more burning.
True indeed.
And I was out there in the grind and getting dirty. So it was easy for me to follow behind STEM. And it was easier for STEM to follow behind me because he trusts my decisions. So anytime we was doing something, it was like, "Yo, let's go to this spot." And he know for a fact, I got him. He seen how I get down. He witnessed and was like, "Holy shit, I thought we was going to jail." So he witnessed this shit. So he knows we go somewhere, he's safe. So that's the most important part about being with somebody or being with anybody in your crew. As long as you feel safe and y'all know y'all could go somewhere, wherever y'all go, and y'all gonna be safe.
That's a fact. That's a fact. And I know STEM is a person that whatever he do, he's like you. He's gonna go hard.
Right. I mean,
like once y'all connected, y'all was literally off to the races.
Yeah, but I mean, you have to put the spin on that too. It's always you have to look at STEM just like how you look at it anyway. First of all, he a fucking Brooklyn head.
Facts.
And he an old school Brooklyn head. And he a low life. He was a low life when low life was low life.
True indeed.
So don't think that boy pussy at all.
No.
It's just I'm CM, so that brings something totally different because that name alone means I have to perform. Like the young brother said. In front of the camera, in front of anybody, I have to perform because of those two letters.
I want to talk to you about CM, man, because CM is in the hip hop world.
Yeah.
CM holds a lot of weight. You know what I mean? CM. When I think of CM, I'm thinking about Curious George.
Right.
I'm talking about Beat Nuts.
Right.
I'm talking about Jungle Brothers.
Definitely.
I'm talking about Lord Sear.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So CM as a hip hop
Well, you forget.
committee.
You forget.
Let
me add-
collective.
You forget De La Soul.
True indeed.
People Under the Stairs. Hieroglyphics. De La Homo Sapien. Rest in peace, Doom. MF Doom.
MF Doom. Shout out to MF Doom. That MF Doom shit that I don't want to cut into. I'm going two ways because I still want to talk about this.
Yeah, because there's a lot of CM.
I want to talk about
niggas.
this phrase shit.
It's a lot of CM members.
man. But
let me add this because I'm not gonna add everybody. I wish I could. Just main heads. You gotta remember Rakim. You gotta remember that, and dudes forget that. You gotta remember KRS-One. You gotta remember that. You gotta remember also Eminem, because the law said Eminem. Then you got Third Base. All these dudes are CM. So it was CM was already in the hip hop, and we was doing the shit on the under wraps of Zulu Nation.
So how do CM translate into the graph world?
We was all graph writers. Everybody I mentioned was a graph writer. From artifacts.
Sure.
Yeah. Everybody wrote graph. So we all knew each other from writing graph before it was a record shit. So when it was writing graph, we was just getting up, meeting each other, yo, go train station or whatever. Then all of a sudden niggas was like, yo, at Lyrics Lounge, yo, you performing? Oh shit. Son. Then it was getting crazy. Then when niggas seen me and Dev, like, yo, y'all niggas is down with who? Yeah, we Jungle Brothers. Niggas is like, get the fuck out of here. And then we was like, yeah, we been Jungle Brothers. And niggas was like, yo, we thought y'all was on some peace and, and African shit. Yeah, nigga, but we from New York. We street niggas.
That's a fact.
So it was always that element of all that. And it just bumped everybody with CM.
So CM, let's go into the CM graph wise. Who's some of the CM graph writers?
Right now, it's just me, Dev, Stem, J-Lo, Auto, Wayne, Drenz, Miu, Hello, and a couple other heads I'm not mentioning.
Yo, so STEM being YNN, right. Also CM. I didn't want to leave the freight thing. I just wanted to go into that CM thing because you push CM hard. So I wanted some of the people to know a little bit about CM. So back to this freight thing and you and STEM. So CM, STEM being CM. How do people react to this new YNN CM connection with these freights you're doing? How do people react to what y'all doing? Like, when specifically to that.
Nah, people love it. It's just, yo, you got the two different styles, and we combine them into one great looking style. So people love it. But I still get because of the two letters and what CM and how we grew up, what it stands for, you still have to change the thoughts on people or how they feel about it. Because we still get and I still get yo, y'all nothing but criminals and y'all, yeah, but you know what? We grown men now. We doing grown man shit. I run a business. So, I mean, I'm still the street guy, but the street guy is also a wiser, smarter, grown man at running a business. So I have to change my thoughts on, yo, should I smack somebody or should I get smacked to the point of where does business lie and where do we go with business? Because for us to buy and us to move forward, to get known, you have to be courteous to everybody. Mm-hmm. And you have to be like, yo, listen, sometimes you got to bite your tongue.
Got to pick and choose when to take those L's.
Right. And a lot of times growing up, I didn't know that. And I learned that
the
hard way. I learned that
That's a fact.
You got to bite your tongue. Because even now, son, I would love to talk about the violence and the drugs and the guns and all that. But yo, son, where's that getting us?
No.
True indeed.
Because that shit ain't paying bills, my man. At the end of the day, what pays the bills? What get us to the point where we're historians, and we doing something that everybody loves. For people to look at graph now and be like, yo, they love what we doing and it's hardcore graph, we had to change our thoughts on how we looked at the world. And that's where we at right now.
I definitely see your evolution. You know what I mean? I definitely see your evolution. Your evolution. I seen Godzilla, pure Godzilla.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I definitely see where the evolution has taken you. Do you ever get, since you've been working with, y'all two been working, you and STEM been working, I don't want to just stick on that, but since y'all been working together, do you ever step out of your norm when it comes to doing your joints? I see now you've been evolving the N in so many ways, the O in so many ways, the style, Do you see yourself stepping out of the normal stuff, doing more complex stuff?
Yeah, I mean, you have to, because I'm known for straight letters. The straight letters is my thing. I grew up on straight letters. I was taught straight letters for the purpose of being seen. So to do more complex things, you have to do it. You have to do stuff that people don't take a norm of. So the broken letters or the type letters, the Raekwon letters that I do, dudes was going crazy for.
Why you call it the Raekwon letters?
Because it actually looked like the same typo letters that was on Raekwon album.
I got you.
See? And I didn't even want to really give that up because now,
I didn't know that.
Everybody's gonna go do it.
That's dope, though.
See, but that's just actually what it is. It's a uppercase letter masked by a lowercase letter, and it's the same letter. Or what you do, you take one font and mask it with a different font. So now I'm giving away too much. So let's go to the Egyptian stuff. When we got taught by Vulcan how to do Vulcan style, I decided to change it because that's what I do. I take everybody else's style and I change it to fit me. Because if you keep doing that same style, what happens is everybody be like, oh, yo, he did that, or you just biting off of him. So you got to change it. So me and Devs decided to change the Vulcan style to complete ours. I changed mine from Devs to make the Egyptian to fit us. So now the Egyptian style is the battle style. So that's comes for anyone that think they could burn. That style is my ace in the hole. So if you think you could burn, and the thing is, I got with STEM, so I added to the style. I added shit to it STEM didn't even see. And that's just from me learning from and watching STEM do these characters. And I had characters, but now my characters is more advanced because of the lessons I got from STEM. And that's what you're supposed to do in graph anyway. And anything you do, you're supposed to learn from the person that's a little better than you, then add it to yours and mask that to make it yours.
That's a fact. Right now, I see you doing a lot of merchandising.
Yeah.
I see the hat on.
Yeah.
I see the shirts. You got the sweater over there. Talk to me about your movements in this merchandising thing. The cup too. Talk to me about some of the merchandising, what you're doing, and let the people know where they can find some of the stuff at if they wanted to cop something.
Well, if you want to cop something, there's always Bush Camp 1989 on Instagram and Facebook. The website is in my link. You can also go to Scrapyard. Scrapyard carries the majority of stuff, but I carry some stuff that Scrapyard don't carry because of the pricing. But merchandising is always a big thing when it comes to anything you do. Any form of art that you do. If it's MCing, if it's a podcast, you need merchandise. You want to let people know you here. So what I wanted to do was take the same idea I learned from working with Ralph Lauren and put it into my own merchandise. But then we changed Bush Camp because Bush Camp used to be just the stuff we was doing with Red Alert, Jungle Brothers, a lot of disguised images and everything we was doing. Then I started like, yo, you know what? I need to make more graffiti stuff. Especially now since I took off. So I was like, yo, let me add my own name and see how I do. Before I knew it was just selling out.
Tell me some of the stuff that you have.
We got hats, we got shirts, we got socks, we got underwear, we got spandex, tables, chairs, couches, of course canvases. I made mirrors, we make light fixtures, we make lamps, keypads. It's nothing that we don't make actually. Cause I just finished doing somebody a home computer networking.
Wow.
And that was crazy. I'm waiting for the pictures to come back for that. But I'm working with a couple of people now that do real estate. I did fully homes. My name on couches. So
congratulations, man. Congratulations, man. You make me hype, man. As I told you, I sat in the day room with you, and we
yeah, I mean, this is stuff we talked about,
shit.
and
It's
this is the
deep
stuff where we going. Because most of the time, like, yo, dudes, they don't know what to do. And they don't understand what is consists of trying to make yourself, like I tease Otto and Wayne, immortal. I literally made myself immortal. Cause yo, there's nothing, like literally I done sold people books that people want to have a book and they would never get a chance to buy it, or they gave these people books, and these are the same people that went and took pictures of us writing graph and made millions. So graph writers that do have a book that gave them a book, them same people bought a book from me to switch up the game. Let me do that little hand signal to switch up the game so you could figure this shit out on yourself. Because I'm not giving away shit. And I feel you did your thing, you made millions, give back to the people. Why would I give you a book when you took pictures of us free?
That's a fact. Let me say this, man. A lot of people profit off of a lot of underground shit.
Yeah.
And they'll never, whether it was rap, whether it was hip hop, whether it was whether it was hip hop and rap, the same thing. Whether it was hip hop, whether it was clothing, whether it was graph, they always somehow know how to put a point of sales where we didn't know where to put it at. You know?
Well, any art form is sellable. You could sell anything. It's just the point is who's taking a better picture and what they doing with it. So a lot of times right now, even with Instagram, we are telling dudes, don't post nothing that we did not post.
I see Stem write that a lot now.
Yeah.
I see that.
So it's hard to control it.
Are people trying to steal y'all shit?
Yeah, of course. All day long. All day long. Yo, I got dudes that take pictures of my shit, won't post it on their Instagram, but they in my DM sending me the pic. So I could post it that they took the pic.
Wow.
So, I mean, I have 8,000, 9,000 people following me on Instagram. My DM is over 100K every day. I don't even look at my Instagram page. I just go to my DM.
Yo, that's crazy, man. I want to talk to you real quick about being a black artist, and particularly a graffiti writer. I used to ask this question a lot to a lot of the black writers, but I think it's an important question because there's discrimination, there's racism in everything.
Right.
In everything.
Right.
And graffiti is one of them things. So how do you feel about being a black graffiti writer who's doing their thing? You know what I mean? We're not talking about low-level shit. We're talking about, you one of the kings of New York. How is being black, affecting you? Not affecting you, but how does it feel to be a black writer in this society that doesn't really highlight us?
Well, I mean, it should. But first, let me say this so we could get this out of the way. And my sister, excuse my language. First of all, y'all could take this comment. Y'all could do what y'all want with it. First of all, I want y'all to know, y'all could suck my fucking dick. And, son, you want to see me? Come see me. My door is always open. Let's get that out the way before I say what I say. Now, being a black artist in graffiti, that black artists built this shit. Our culture. And everybody else doing the culture, we never told dudes not to do the culture. But dudes are trying to lock us out, gallery-wise and whatever. I totally understand some rich kid family owned a gallery. Or some kid came out of college, put his money together to start a gallery. And he's choosing picks who he wants in the gallery. That's fine and dandy. He's biased because he's only picking dudes he feel or dudes that's getting mad likes on Instagram to be in a gallery. But I understand that because it's about sales. Meanwhile, there's better dudes out there that should be in that gallery and you're not even trying to reach out to them. That's my problem. Then it's the black guys that own galleries and they only reaching out to you to do shit because they think they could make $1 off you. And they pulling a stunt. Those are the same dudes we was beating up in the record. So it's the same thing. When dudes tell you sign a fucking contract and they want your publishing and all the points off your shit, yo, you can suck my dick, my man. I'd rather not make a record. And that was for me. That's not saying my other people didn't do their thing. Yo, listen, they do what they want. Meanwhile, I'm selling guns and drugs, so I don't give a fuck anyway. What I care about a fucking record deal when I got keys in my house? When I got a box of fucking 9mm in my house? I ain't give a fuck about that shit, but it's the same principle, even now. Galleries come to me and STEM and they be like, yo, they want to do a show with us. We like, how much you paying us? They like, yo, what you mean? You doing a show. You have the audience. You have the sale mounts. Listen, before we put any art in your show, you have to pay us. This is what we charge for you to have our art in your show. Different, just like, yo, if he's getting on stage to perform, you gonna pay him. He not gonna come perform if he's not getting paid unless he doing it off of the G. I'm not doing this shit off of the G. I did my G work. Nigga, you can suck my dick. Nigga, I'm selling canvases without you. And I'm telling you from fucking $5,000 to $10,000 canvas. Why the fuck you think I want to have a show with you so you could get 10, 20% of my 10,000?
Facts.
You could suck my dick. I'm keeping that when I don't need a show. Or I could go rent the space, or I could pull this stuff. And dudes, take this note. Go to an owner of a storefront and be like, yo, can I use your storefront for a show? They're going to offer you that storefront for less than the rent is. You can literally rent a storefront for a week for $300. You know what I could do in a week? Son, everybody's selling weed now. That alone you could make $1 million.
Facts.
So, yo, this is shit that we need to start getting back on. And we don't know about it. And we don't cut out the middleman. And we don't get up to go do shit. We always waiting for somebody else to hand us shit. And that's the worst shit about us. Because, like, even with you doing your own thing. You here doing your own thing. I do my own thing. We known each other for years.
Oh, wow.
Son, we still building our own thing. But you see, we get up 4 o'clock in the morning while motherfuckers laying on their back talking about what they're going to do. And this is the difference. I don't give a fuck if I never become a millionaire. But I guarantee you this. Or you get all the niggas in Graph, except Banksy. I done gave lawyers more money than any of y'all niggas would see. Knock on wood.
Yo, I see your name everywhere. You know what I mean? Honestly, I follow you on the gram, but then there's other people who's posting Niceo stuff. Ecstasy has a page on Instagram now that they're showcasing some of your work. How does it feel being a part of an elite crew like Ecstasy?
I love it. J.A.'s one of my closest friends, and that came from back in the day having beef with him and we just worked it out, having a conversation, and we just got to know each other, and things took off there. It's one of them things that you gotta grow up. Son, a lot of times you could start off enemies and become friends. A lot of times your friends become enemies. So it's just growing up. And he's one of the iconic dudes in Graph. And if there is a label as King of New York, he is definitely that. It doesn't matter how many dudes dislike him or feel a certain way.
Sure indeed.
Son, he done put in more work than a lot of niggas, even myself in Graph. He been in places where I haven't been, and he goes places where I went, and he does a whole lot more because he has 2 letters. So it makes it a little easier. I'm jealous about that, but I'd rather do a whole Niceo than an NR.
How's the synergy between y'all two when y'all working together?
Good. It's like me and you. Like, we don't have to talk for years. We could run into each other. It's same thing.
Yo, you know, outside of, you know, CM, YNN, and Ecstasy, you know, I see you push a lot of crews. You know, what are some of the crews that you're down with outside of those 3?
Well, I was literally down with the majority of crew, except the new ones. I could say that came about maybe from like 99 to now. Whatever new crews, I'm not down with none of them. I don't even give a fuck about a crew no more. But like in the 80s, I was down with like maybe every crew except maybe 3. So it's hard to really mention what crews, but I tell you main crews. I'm OTB, I'm TNT, I'm 3YB, I'm ROB. So I'm CAC, I'm FC. I'm IBM. So if that's anything, those are the crews.
Heavy Joints, you just named.
MSK.
Heavy Joints, you just named, boy.
Yeah.
People that put in work.
Yeah, those have always been the crews I thought that was meaningful anyway. And those are the crews I was down with. But after a while, once I became CM, it was like it wasn't no reason to put up anything else.
Yo, I want to get into the guard, you know, talking with the guard. But one of the last questions I want to ask you, we're going to come back to some stuff later. But one of the things I want to talk to you about is, man, I see that you mentor a lot of up-and-coming graph writers. Another person that was like that is not, I don't really, what was the guard name? I mean, he's still around. Stacks? What name I'm forgetting? There used to be another person besides, it was to be Diva, Peak. Peak is another person who's like that too. But you mentor a lot of up-and-coming writers. What makes you want to do that? Because a lot of people, back in the days, writers didn't fuck with somebody who was a toy. You a toy, I'm not fucking with you. Right. So what makes you say, you know, I'm going to fuck with the people who are not together yet?
That goes back to where I was. I mean, I had older brothers that taught me. Then from there was the influence of my older brothers to other writers that taught me style. So I figured, you know what? To be more iconic, to change the script a little, was to open the door. Let dudes come that wanted to learn, dudes that wanted the energy, dudes that wanted to be positive about something to learn. So we gave them a chance to come in to learn. And that's what the point of being is. Anytime you come in the door, you got to be willing to learn. You have to be willing to listen. And a lot of times, we don't have that. We just want to go, 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 go. Nah. It's the master and you're
the student.
The student. Sit down. Let me teach you. Let me show you. Then you go from there. Then if you feel you master the shit, your first battle will tell everything. Then if you can't handle the first battle, you done. Because after we kick you out, you literally done. So whatever you go learn, son, you gotta remember, we gonna take it to the next level. Like my boy Drens.
That's what I want to speak to you about, because y'all two been putting in work together.
Yeah,
putting in work. Shout out to Drens.
Yeah, he's a workaholic. I told him, and Mia, I told her, any step you get or anything you think you mastered at one point and we do it and I seen it's good, I'm going to add on. So I'm going to make it harder as we go. And that's what I do. I was like, yo, listen, the next step is you get in the middle of me and STEM and the pressure's totally. I was like, you get the chance to even get in a room with me and STEM and paint at the same time. Yo, your heart is going to beat out so bad, you want to fuck up. Because me and STEM game is where the paint, it's time. And what you going to do? Because when we painting and you come out with that, because we can switch it up anytime.
So in other words, you know, they need some lessons so they could build their confidence, what they.
Yeah.
Yo, last but not least, man, you recently did some museum in the hallway. They was doing stuff like this.
5 points. The new 5 points.
The new 5 points.
Yeah, the new 5 points.
Five points. Get out of here. I seen you, J-Lo, Stem, and my cousin Hops just recently did it.
Yeah. Hops killed it.
So how was that experience?
Nah, it was good. I mean, to me, it was just a regular time. It's good to paint with the brothers. It's always, because they always have great energy, and they calm me down a lot. Especially J-Lo is a laugh a minute.
That's my man. Shout out to J-Lo.
Yeah. And
Brownsville veteran.
STEM is a pimp. So if you sleep on STEM will have your ass butt naked on the corner. So so it's always fun to paint with them. It's always good to see and watch them do their thing.
What y'all did was fucking fire. I gotta go check out the new 5 points, man. Yo, don't go nowhere. Hang out for a little while. Hey, yo, G to the P real.
Let's switch seat. Let you sit here.
Yeah, how you doing, man?
Yeah, we here.
Yo, you know, this is you part of my first Vandal Hour show, man. I'm fucking hyped. For first show, first season. You're doing a lot of shit right now. You're moving, you're grooving, you're evolving. Because I see you doing outside of the hip hop thing, life-wise, you evolving. I like to see that, man. And you're connected to like one of my close friends, man, before he passed. And I see that you keep that energy going with that, and that's the God, rest in peace, Foot, being me. So I'm glad that you are a person who is doing music. You know, you shouting out Brown every time you do it.
Every chance I get.
So I respect that because you know Foot did a lot of our events. He's like a star of our events. I'm not gonna lie to you. Foot was like one of the stars he did maybe 6, 7, 8 performances, maybe more than that. You know what I mean? So he was like, especially when we came to East New York, he definitely came out and showed out. Before you started doing music though, who was G2Da Prillz, man?
Before the music, I was a basketball player, a gymnast. I specialize in doing backflips and shit like that. Like I could
you one of them? What's that? Off the bed, the mattress shit?
Off the mattress, off the monkey bars, off cars, off steps. I mean, you put your hand out, I can flip off your hand, off your back. I'm one of those type of guys. Like I'm a jack of all trades. I played sports growing up. I played every sport. It's not a sport I didn't play that I wasn't nice in.
What sports was that you focused on?
I focused on basketball, football. I played football, but football wasn't really like my expertise. Like I was just good at it, like naturally good at it. I say basketball. Basketball was something I ate, slept, and shit at basketball. Like, everything was basketball at a point in time in my life.
So how do the sports fanatic transition into doing this music thing, man?
I always had a passion for music. I always loved music. Like I could zone out to music. Like I could sit in a pitch dark room and just put on some instrumentals, some music, and I'm good with that. So when it came to hearing good music, it made me want to be an artist. Like when you hear something, it's like, oh shit, I wish I would have made that shit.
That's a fact.
Be like, oh shit, like, I gotta get to the meal, cook something up. And then I always been around rappers. Like all my friends was rappers. A lot of my friends was rappers. So being with them and going in the studios and playing on tracks with them and just in the crib just rapping, it just turned into something more for me. It was like, I actually sound good. Now I got a passion for writing.
Who was some of your homies? I like to ask this. Who was some of the homies that was rhyming before these other big people? Who was some of your homies?
I say my son Triz. I'll say Luch. He was a part of Brownsville 300.
Okay, true indeed. I already know.
I say my right hand man Swells. Who else I was rapping with? I say Old Boogie from Plaza. Who else I was rapping with? I rap with a couple of different.
Did any one of those dudes continue really pushing their shit?
Right now, I could say they didn't give up on it, but it's just like they was just like at a point in their time they was like, they don't want to rap no more. They went through their headaches enough with the rapping shit, so they don't rap no more. Those are a bunch of older guys. I named a couple older guys that I deal with.
The reason why I say that is a lot of times, and this is where like this is where a lot of things. A lot of times the person who influenced us doesn't become the famous person. No.
Yeah,
like whatever like the graph writer that I looked up to is nothing in graph. Like outside of my block, he was ill though. But that's the one who influenced me.
One of my friends, he actually turned into a battle rapper. He never really like getting into the studio and making songs. He just always wanted to rap and let everybody else hear him rap. But he's actually a battle rapper. He's a battle rapper. So he do battle rap.
So you know what happens? A lot of the reasons why we get into these things, I was into rap. I did music. And I was more into performance than business. Like, when all my friends was going to the studio, I didn't even fuck about that shit. But when we was outside and let's go to this, we going over there to battle, I was one of those. I like to perform.
Energy, performance.
Yeah, I like the performance. But I really wasn't into going to the studio. That's how I knew that I lacked something. Because you
ain't had the passion for the cook up.
Yeah, you gotta do you gotta make the music. I'm like this. This person's ill. I can eat this dude up, and that's it. So I understand. Like usually, a lot of people who inspire us isn't the one who continues.
Nobody really inspired me. I inspired myself. Like I just grouped up with people that was actually into music. So it was more so like I want to jump into this lane, but I don't really know how to jump in it. So I put myself around people who was rappers, who been rapping for majority of their life, who could actually like not say show me the ropes, but like give me an insight on how to put things together, on how to become a better artist. So like they inspired me, but they didn't. Like I understand. I just thought that they was good musicians. So it's like
good examples,
good people that you could be around when the good listening is. People that I don't like yes men, so I like to be around people who's gonna tell you like, nah, that's not it.
That's a fact. If you know why, because I don't want to be lied to. I don't want to be lied to.
Just because I think it's fire, you might not think it's fire. If you think it's not fire,
let me know.
Because I'm still gonna put it out.
Yeah, but that's
but I know your type of sound now.
And that's but at the same time, that shows the loyalty to the friendship, to the relationship.
Yeah.
A lot of people, let me give you an example. Yesterday we was at the event and I had like, I had put my sweater on. I guess like one of the cotton balls was in my ear. I didn't know. So my business partner was like, yo, something's in your ear. I was like, I tried to wipe it. He's like, yo, still in your ear? I said, boy, just take the shit out of my ear, right? So he did. I said, yo, boy. In my mind, I respect that more than a whole lot of things. Because you know what that tells me? That tells me that if you see me in any form or fashion that I'm supposed to be in,
you're going to bring me up top.
Because I'll be around people who won't do it. Yeah. You can have a boogie in the eyes. This time I'm around people for the whole day. And I go to the bathroom and there's a big boog in my nose. I'm like, I have 10 niggas around me that didn't say nothing. That I feel a certain way.
Yeah, I would too.
Because I'm a nigga, I'm like, yo, boy. I'm like, yo, check your nose,
now I'm around people, other people gotta look at me like this is like, when y'all right here and y'all in my face, y'all could have been told me that.
And you know what it is because steel sharpens steel. Because I'm never going to let you go out and be around me, and if I don't look good, if you don't look good, I don't look good. If I don't look good, you don't look good. That type of mentality.
That's because we together, but everybody's energy is not reciprocated, so you gotta take it for what it is.
That's true. That's
you
true.
Live, you learn. You know, you learn personnel. So you know, I was around this person right here, and this happened, but he ain't bring me up top. So now I know it's like he don't really have the best interest for me. I look at it like that. If you can let anything as far as something so little like that slide, then imagine something bigger than that. If it could be little and you let it slide, then I know when it becomes bigger, you're gonna be ice skating.
That's a fact. That's a fact. I'm gonna say this, man. You know, everybody, every piece on a chessboard doesn't do the same thing.
But they all need it. All of them work together
for a common cause. But the pawn doesn't do what the knight does. The knight doesn't do what the king.
Stay in your lane.
True indeed.
That's your lane because that's your lane.
That's a fact. So let's get into this music, man. You have a song on our www on our Underground Madness mixtape that's on SStreetMedia.com. It's called Pain. Talk to me about this song Pain, man, because I'm not gonna lie to you. You say a lot of ill shit on it. I mean, not even deep shit on it. Talk to me about Pain, man. What how you came up with Pain, man?
Pain, cause I endured a lot in life. Like I'm not very social. I'm not really a people's person because that's like my trust level for people. I don't really trust people. Like so.
I agree.
So the pain that I endured in life, I felt like I was making a lot of songs about money. I'm making a lot of songs about everything else other than like just basically let people know that I do encounter pain also. Like I might not show it because I make things look a little like my perception on things is when people see you going through it, I don't want nobody to pity me. You feel me? I don't want nobody to have no type of sympathy for me. Like if I'm going through anything rough, I put myself in that. I'm gonna get myself out of that.
Sidebar, not to cut your wisdom. Pity is a plate that I don't like eating it from. I made that
Absolutely
up.
not.
So I understand completely.
So the song, I just like, the song came about because I was doing the verses, like a hood verses. And the guy was like, yo, I'm gonna sign you up for a verses against somebody, but it wound up being his brother. So, you know, I'm like, all right, cool. But, you know, I used to be from Plaza. Like, I'm not from there, but I went in there and I stomped my feet in there. I made it a home.
Linden Plaza?
No, Noble Draw Lee Plaza.
Okay, got
it's
you.
on Mother Guys in the New Locks.
Brownsville.
Yeah.
True indeed.
I wasn't from there, but when I stepped foot in there, I made a name for myself in there. And, you know, like, over the years, it's like I branched off from them. Like, everybody just cut ties and went our own ways and shit like that. So when I was doing the verses, it brought me back to those days. Like, I used to hang with the Plaza. Like, so now it's like, let me put a little bit more into this music.
Yo, Pain, you guys, you know, my line on Pain is you said about the like the chain or like a choker or no, like a rosary. You said
let me see how good the boss said.
Say close to your neck like a rosary.
Oh yeah, like basically it's saying like, you know, I'm at y'all necks, foot on y'all necks.
Sure indeed,
that's y'all necks.
Yo, you got some metaphors in there. I'm not throwing. I throw it first. I'm not throwing back. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, no. In the streets terminology, you don't never want to be the person that's spinning back. You want to be the person that's doing what you got to do first. You know, first impressions mean the most.
And you may end it. And you know, that's I was taught. You know, but that song, man, I really connect with it, man. And even your performance of it is you perform it well. Do you have a project that's out now?
To be honest with you, the track Pain is not even out yet.
Oh, so we got an exclusive on the joint.
S.STREET Media got an exclusive on there.
That's what we talking about, baby.
That's an exclusive right now. And I just shot a video to that. I just shot a video
I watched it
2 weeks ago.
No, I saw the clips on the gram.
Right now.
The clips on the gram, I seen it. You sit on the stairs and shit like that.
Everything's exclusive for that track right now. So with that being on the Underground Madness mixtape is actually a start for me. So now I could push it more now. Now I could drop the video. You understand? Now I could drop the song itself for other people to go actually stream it. I wasn't actually gonna put the song. I was gonna put the song on my mixtape, but now I'm just gonna market the song by itself because it's just like
it's a strong song.
I like the energy. It's a strong song. Like I said, it's a strong song. It means a lot. And if you really listening to it, you'll get a little insight of the things that I encounter or the things that I'm doing on a regular daily basis.
Yo, as I said, from a person, I was outside, I was in the streets, and it definitely touched something. When I listen to that song, I listen to the mixtape every day. Let me just be honest with you. I listen to the mixtape I usually hear. I play it out loud, door open, so whoever walks past,
it's fire.
You hearing it.
The mixtape is fire.
So I appreciate it. So let me say, I listen to your song on a regular basis. I know the words. I know the words almost every song. Let me just say. So it's a strong song, and man, and it really touched me in the aspect of I kind of get into the mindset where you at during that song. I was there,
right?
So I get it. So to me, strong, one of our strongest songs on the album. Let me say this, man. You're growing up in a time that drill music has such a
took over.
Yeah.
It's, you know what it is? That's not even a New York lane of rap. Like that's not really New Yorkish. That come from the South and from all them other places like Chirac and all them places there. They come with that drill shit. That shit took over New York.
Let me say this. I'm 45. There's people talking about it, and I want to say my age group and higher, because the young people is not really saying this. But the older people are saying like, yo, it's getting a bad rap. You know, it's the cause of what's going on in the streets. I disagree, but it's the main cause of what's going on. It's the main cause of what's going on in the streets. It is a music that pushes death. I agree with that. A lot of it.
It promotes violence.
Yes,
I could agree to disagree, because I could say that just because you drill rap doesn't necessarily mean is putting a bad image out there. It depends on what you're talking about.
Sure, because all drill music is not drill, but no, it is. So I had a person. I was in the studio one time, and the dude was spitting some drill shit. And when after he finished, right, and I'm as I said, I'm 45, so I'm out the loop. And he like, yo, and he didn't talk about no drama in the thing. He like, oh, this ain't a real drill song. That's what he said. The person who's doing it, like, this ain't a real drill song.
That's because his energy is not pointed at somebody that he consider an op, somebody that he's beefing with.
So that's why they say usually drill music is usually with that perspective.
With that perspective of killings and dead people, like basically speaking on other people dead and basically just incriminating yourself. That's what I think of drill music. I think of drill music as a way of incriminating yourself. Like,
so let me say this. In your opinion, what do you feel drill is to our culture right now?
I feel it was just like a dick riding wave. Like, people just ran with it. They just seen something hot, and everybody just decided to run with it.
You know, it's funny because I see a lot of people from England. It's heavy on that drill shit. And from what I'm hearing, our version of drill came from Chirac, England, and then to kind of like us.
We got it last. We just perfected it. That's all it was. We just took their craft and ran with it.
And mastered
it. Now it's just the same thing that they talking about now. New York is talking about, and now everybody in New York want to relive these raps, because you know in New York it's a show up or be shown out. It's a dog eats dog world in New York. So it's like, if I'm saying I'm gonna do this so much, eventually when you run across that person, you gotta perform.
You got to.
You can't keep saying, yo, when this person right here pussy, or I'm gonna do this to this person, or fuck that dead person, because some people really care about the people that's being taken away.
True indeed. So
that come with feelings. You feel me? It could be a person that don't even got nothing to do with the beef, that could just hear you speak on a family member that was a part of that game. And now when they see you, now you gotta perform to them too. You might not even know that's that person's family, but they know it's you because they seen your video.
That's how deep that music go.
It can go as deep as that, because you got family members that just because they ain't out there broadcasting that they sad, that they really feel way behind it.
He mentioned my brother every time he fucking rap or some shit like that.
And that leads to the extra beef, the extra tension.
You know what's funny, when you look at FBK Duck and like his family. What's the other dude that they there's another one of the dudes that got killed in Chicago that everybody was saying like smoking him.
Tuka.
Yeah, Tuka. Yo, that's crazy. Like, imagine to be the family member. Forget, my son or my whoever was out there. But to be the family,
and people to be talking about they smoking them or they rolling him up and
every song.
Like
niggas is not even from Chicago. Like that's a term now.
To the point you got little kids out there saying that. You got people from New York talking about
Tuka, and they don't even
know who that is.
True indeed. So that to me, and I'm not about Joe, but I'm just talking about that aspect of it.
It's the disrespectful drill shit that's giving it a bad narrative.
Cause I'm gonna keep real with you. I like a lot of drill, but too. A lot of shit don't be that. It just don't.
Yeah, I don't condone in talking about the dead.
But no, I mean neither. This is a guilty pleasure. I feel so bad, but I gotta say it out loud because I'm a very transparent person. But those are my songs, and I hate the fact that I love this song. Melly song, the killing shit. You know what I mean? Like this certain song that is real. I be like this. Damn. Even the King Von song. You got a King Von song like this. I'm not gonna lie to you. The song is
catchy.
It's catchy.
The songs is good, but that's where they from. That's what they're really doing.
See, his mindset and how we listen to it is two different worlds.
I could only get jiggy with it if you're the person that's actually out there doing what you talking about in your song. You can't say, this person got whacked, that person got whacked, but you ain't have no type of input on that. You wasn't around when that drill went down. You wasn't around. You wasn't on that mission. So I don't feel like those type of people shouldn't speak on it. If you wasn't around for it, you shouldn't speak on it.
And that's really the ones to do.
And that's normally the ones that really do it. And then all you doing is getting somebody else looked at. You get somebody else indicted. Because you speaking on their drills and they ain't even speaking on it. Just because you a part of it and it sounds good and you want to get clout, that's where the clout chasers is getting their clout from. They talking about dead people and everybody's resharing it. And then they letting it be known that this person right here is beefing with that person now. And
that's why you got police who's analyzing lyrics now. Just to
incriminate everybody.
Sure indeed. Let's get off this drill thing, man. Yo, your music to me, you definitely have a strong sound. You definitely your beat selection is fucking official. Describe yours for the person who don't know G2Da Prillz.
I'm New Yorkish. I'm original, organic, authentic. Everything about it is me. Anything I'm saying on these songs, I can back it up. It can be verified. You understand? There's no fabrication in none of my raps. Like, whatever I'm talking about, I'm really out here doing. Like, I really had a part of it. I'm really encountering it. I'm really enduring it. Like, I'm really doing it. Like, it's no bullshit in my raps. Like,
in my time, I'm gonna keep it 1,000 with you. You look at Jay-Z. Jay-Z said it in a thing. You couldn't talk about it if you ain't did it.
Right.
Like, that's the time we came from.
What part of the game is that? I don't want no cool points over nothing I ain't do.
And know what's funny, and this is my opinion. When you think about Instagram, I like Instagram. And one of the reasons why I like Instagram, I'm just gonna speak for myself, not for the other people. I like Instagram because let somebody put something up that I know, and I know that person, and they freestyling, capping, whatever you want to call it, they in a booth, whatever. I think like Instagram allows a lot of bullshit to be put.
Oh yeah.
Like, let me give you an example.
It's the platform.
Yeah, because I'm like, I'll be pointing, let me keep real with you. I stay away from a lot of stuff because it's so many politics where I come from that saying certain things, even if it is, you're not even thinking about that. People assume, oh, you talking about that shit right there. So, but Instagram now, these days, you can't really be freestyling. At least in my friends, you can't really freestyle because you got 1,000, 2,000 people who know you seeing that shit. So like you say this, yo boy, I put in work. I'm the type of nigga like you didn't.
You went to school. you was in front of the class. You was the first person to raise your hand. Yeah. I personally know you.
Yeah, I personally know you. So know it's funny like. I had a friend of mine put something up, right? I'm not gonna go into it, but my friend put up something. It was negative. I mean, it was positive. But the person he was talking about, I really don't fuck with, and there's reasons why I don't fuck with this nigga, like real life shit, right? So when he highlighted this nigga's shit, I went right under his shit. Boof, your boy, and this is my man. I said, your boy, that nigga ain't right. And this is why he ain't right. I'm talking about foul. You know,
I know the fact.
You know what I mean? So I'm like this, yo, boy, that nigga ain't right. And he like, yo, boy, but yo, don't matter on my page. I said, yo, boy, if you put some shit like that that's crazy up there,
For anybody to see.
You block me then.
Yeah, because I got to see this shit.
Block me then.
I gotta
Because
see
that
this
nigga
shit.
did some fashion to my family. I'm not even going to somebody else. I'm going to my family.
Oh, yeah, I definitely got to speak
So
to
it's
that.
direct. So I said, yo, boy, that nigga he's on this type of time. My friend, yo, shout out to you, God. I know you watch my shit. No, nothing personal, but it's just who I am. You know, this nigga did some foul shit. I can't let that rock.
Definitely can't.
I can't. I said, yo, you may hate me, but you should be hating your man more, your other man more,
Yeah,
because this is what he did.
That's kind of weird.
You know what I mean? So Instagram allows you to have like contact with a lot of shit. So if you freestyling, you capping, yo, if you connecting to me, I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna say something. Even if it's a DM, yo, boy, really? Niggas be like, hey, I'm like, really? You know what I mean? What's the next step for G2Da Prillz? What's the next move in your playbook?
I got a mixtape I'm working on right now called Assassination of Beats.
Why Assassination of Beats?
Because it's just like I'm just throwing on random beats and just assassinating them. Like whatever beats I feel like I need to jump with. It could be old school, new, up to date.
Give me 2 beats you're going to be rhyming over, man. Give me 2. Just give me 2.
I'm giving the Freeway What We Do.
Ooh.
I'm doing I got the French Montana Shot Caller.
Ooh. Okay.
I got the Dipset I Really Mean It.
I really mean, oh boy.
I got the Noriega.
Which one?
Nothing.
You picking the right ones. So how did you come up with these particular joints? Why these beats?
Cause it's just like I don't know. I like the beat search. Like me personally, I like to do original beats. I don't really like I do the freestyling just to show people that I'm versatile, just to show people that I can talk about numerous things on the track. When I'm doing songs, I like to stick to a certain concept. I like to beat around my hooks. I like to play around my hooks for my verses with my hooks, so everything could feed off each other. When it come to freestyling, it pretty much give you a free mind to where you could bounce off of anything. You could bounce anywhere. You could talk about this and talk about that. You don't really got to stick to a concept. So I wanted to give them that with no hooks. I feel like music, when it comes to doing original songs, that deserves hooks. When you doing freestyles, I feel like it's always going to be considered a freestyle, rather you make a hook to it or not, because it's not your beat. Somebody already laid it down already. It's already a industry beat. So I feel like I could just rap over it. Like I might put a hook or two once in a while, but that's only if I'm really feeling the beat. If I want to make the beat into a song format, then I put hooks on it. If not, it's just straight run-throughs.
Yo, no, it's funny. I like, even on non-industry beats, I like the no-hook concept. You know why? Because it breaks the construct.
Right.
It seems like everybody is, in our time, it was 3 verses, 3 hooks. I done heard 1 verse straight through and no nothing. I done heard a hook in the beginning, a verse, and then a hook at the end. I like when people break the construct. You know what I mean? Do what you fuck you want to do.
That's what I was. My first project was titled. My first EP was Game Changer. On that right there, I think I gave them 3 hooks, 2 verses on every track.
Game Changer. When you dropped that?
I dropped Game Changer in December 2021.
If we wanted to listen to that, where we go to find
you could just go to G2Da Prillz on every major streaming platform. My Instagram name is my name for all of my music everywhere.
All right, smart man, businessman wise.
So G2Da Prillz everywhere. You can pull up all my projects. I got a long catalog. I got
name me some of the other projects you done.
I dropped another EP which I dropped in 21 in the beginning. It's called Mattress, Most Slept On.
I'm not gonna lie to you, that's hard, dog.
I try to give people a real insight of me, because I really feel like I'm most slept on. I really feel like people, like I'm overshadowed. Like people don't really take heed to what I'm talking about in these songs. Like,
what do you feel you gotta do to get the attention that you need to maneuver your shit? What
I feel like they really want me to switch into the drill lane. Like I feel like they want me to be like everybody else, to just follow the wave.
And I feel like I want to stay true to myself because I feel like staying true to myself, when I eventually do pop, it's going to be hard for everybody else to transition back over.
I agree. It's like the Benny the Butcher shit.
I feel like me staying organic and original with mine is gonna be the reason why somebody's gonna come for me.
How many other yous there is? So when you doing you, that's really saying I'm just doing what I'm doing. This is me. Not everybody can walk in my J's. And that's your fingerprint, God. And know it's funny when we sometimes when we on that treadmill, right? And we exercising, you don't see you getting diesel, but the world see it.
The world see it.
And sometimes we crack, so we don't see it. So we like, yo, maybe I gotta
do this, I gotta do that. But from the outside world, they see all of the extra details that we might not see.
And so when I do what I do, God, I got goosebumps saying this. When I do what I do, God, no lie to you, I don't see the progression.
Me neither.
I don't see it, God. Sometimes I feel like I'm on the treadmill.
I tell myself every day I'm never gonna be satisfied until I feel like I outwork myself.
So what it is though, God, that is your competitive nature, one. That means you set high standards, high bars. Mm-hmm. So what it is though, the world see it.
Just stay consistent.
So you don't gotta change. It's happening. May not be at the time that we want it to happen,
but it's gonna happen.
But it's happening.
And then when it happens, I don't have to transition though, because this is already be the lane that I'm in.
That's a fact. And they gotta transition to you,
to my lane.
Surely. So I understand 100% where you coming from. How do you feel about what's going on in the industry, man? This so-called industry, if there's an industry left, because nowadays record companies is going defunct and stuff like that.
I feel like it's going more so for like the popularity. Not really more so off of the creativity or the real nicest. The real nice artists don't really get looked at because they're not really that popular.
I agree.
Some people don't really want the fame, so them good artists really don't want that spotlight. So those are the ones that's being overshadowed. Those are the ones that are not really being looked at.
You know why? And this is what in any industry, you got to do a whole lot of sucker shit to become known. And what I mean by that is, let me say this. I don't take a lot of pictures with people. For me to take a picture with a person, I really fuck with you, God. I'm keeping 1,000 with you. Absolutely. I'm a person, like, I will go up to you and be like, yo, boy, let's take a picture. I'm that type of nigga, God.
That's me too. Because like I said, I'm not really friendly. So if I take a picture with you, it's a connection. It holds something.
So what it is though, God, is what I've been doing this for 8 years. I didn't take pictures for 7+ years. If you tell you, I should be covered up, God. Don't show my face, no nothing. Like, so for 7 years, I've been putting in, when I say work, I put in work. The people who started off with me, the Show Drewskis, the D Chambers, and stuff like that, niggas is moving. Mm-hmm. It is that for years, I was behind everything.
Just watching it.
So what I've learned is for us to do what we got to do, we as introverted people, we got to be, when it comes to business, extroverted. You know what I mean? You got to, so now if you follow me, you notice that I've been taking a lot of pictures of people.
Of people.
And people, especially my circle. Because what it is I wasn't like that before, God. So now I'm trying to say like this. I'm going to highlight, even if it's just not me.
Somebody else.
Yeah, my circle, I got to highlight. Because before, we was living. Now, there's barely pictures of us. We did, like, I didn't have ills and shit. Like, and you may see out of 7 years, maybe 5 pictures of me, God. But yeah, ill shit. If I took pictures and videos of that, people probably be fucking with us more. So that's where the business come in. Sometimes you don't want to be the face of the project, but you got to.
But you have to. I feel like that about myself too. I feel like I'm gonna open the door for the people that do fuck with me because I'm so stuck in my ways and not wanting to change my creativity or the way I rap. The way I rap, I feel like nobody raps like me. I feel like the way I break my bars down, nobody really raps like me. I feel like the way I write my music, nobody writes the way I write.
You have a very different style, God.
So for that there, I feel like that right there is a win for me because no matter how much I try to sound like somebody else, I can't. It always comes back to me sounding like Rilla. You feel me? So it's like, you know what? Let me just perfect my craft. Fuck trying to sound like anybody else. Let me perfect trying to sound like myself to the point where other people might want to try to sound like me.
I think that's the key. So let me shout out my man Niceo over there. I'm gonna drop a juke for you. Niceo shit is Niceo shit. Let me say this.
Nah, I see you got the hat. I see, you know, the marketing scheme for it. He's definitely going hard with the marketing scheme. Like.
Niceo shit is Niceo shit. If somebody did his style of lettering, I would know that you stole that.
Absolutely. Because it's too original. It's too originated.
That's how I feel about your style, God. If I heard somebody's do it, I'll be like, oh, that's some shit. Like, it's that
I appreciate
distinct.
that. I appreciate that.
But you know where that shit came from. It came from looking at forms of everybody else's, and you take that form and
then
you
you
bend
run with
it to
it,
your
and
own.
you bend it, and you make it to a point where only you know how to cook up this type of recipe for
Right.
Yo, you grew up in
Brooklyn, Queens.
Brooklyn and Queens, as myself.
My mother was a Rolling Stone. My mother was a person that she just always wanted to up and go places. So I was around. I was in Flatbush. I was in Brownsville. I was in Bushwick. I moved back to Brownsville. I was in the Bronx. I was in Staten Island.
Out of all those neighborhoods,
I will take Queens. I will take Queens any day because Queens is just different. It's just different. It's just Queens is just different. Queens is more. I feel like Queens is quiet. It's quiet, but it's noisy. But Queens is sneaky. Queens is not so loud. They're not up front. Everything in Brooklyn is up front.
And Queens is going down.
And Queens is
going down, but it's not.
It's not on Front Street. That's my type of lane. I don't really like to be loud.
Yo, let me say this, man. I'm living in Woodside now, and I be in like the Astorias, the Queensbridges, the Ravenswoods, and all that stuff.
I'm from Ravenswood.
So I'm gonna say this, and not to go no detail, but that side of Queens is very slept on.
Yes.
Like when I say niggas, it was like during the pandemic, niggas getting laid down like weekly. When I say, let me just repeat what I just said.
Between Queensbridge, Astoria, Ravenswood, and Woodside, all of them is right
weekly.
there. All of them is right there.
Niggas getting laid down. There was a war going on between them projects. The young boys, let me just say this. Niggas getting laid down quite often. Quite often. I say like the pandemic time, we had quite a few situations going on. So like, people sleep on Queens, man. Queens ain't nothing Queens no more. That shit is very 80-ish. Right now, Queens is putting in a lot of
Queens
work
just
right
focused
now.
on getting
man.
money. They just focused on,
Sure indeed.
on see in Queens, you see houses. You see majority houses. You don't really see too many projects in Queens. Like you'll get your area where you got projects at, but then when you go down the block, you're gonna see houses. You're gonna see like families. You're gonna see like houses. That's why I like Queens, because Queens is more so revolving around houses, not too many projects everywhere.
That's a fact. Let me ask you a question. If you had a choice to go to a free Nets game or Mets game, where you going?
I'm going to a Mets game.
Me too, baby. I'm a Mets fan. I see you got the Mets. Yo, between me and you, I don't got the one with the champion one, but one of my favorite color hats is the reverse black one. A lot of people don't know about that one.
I like to be different. I go to baseball because my grandmother liked the baseball. My grandmother was a baseball head. So when it come to choosing between basketball and baseball, I play basketball, so I would never want to go see a basketball game. I don't play baseball on a regular, so to see a baseball game is like more fascinating. It's more I'm more intrigued to watch a baseball game than to watch a basketball game.
Your music shit. Recently, you was at the Days Summit.
Yeah.
So
I got a performance tomorrow for Day Summit.
So let's talk about the Day Summit, man. What's going on? For the people who may not know what Day Summit is done by Scott Morris. His company is called More Bookings. He's one of the people in the industry that I work in. He's doing a whole lot of things. The joint is 2 weeks long. He got seminars, performances, a lot of different things going on. So
Shout out to More Bookings.
So what you got going on, man?
I just got a couple performances lined up. I got a performance tomorrow, which is in Queens. I got a performance on the 19th. I think that's in Manhattan. That's the best of my city stage. I got a performance on the 23rd. I think it's in Quad Studio. So right now I'm just building up my portfolio right now. I'm just performing and getting my music out there, just giving people a fair shot of knowing who I am before I actually take off.
That's a fact, man. Yo, I wanna get ready to close this out one of the things I want to ask you about that we didn't speak about is Foot for mayor, man. On
Long live the big homie with the little feet.
That's a fact. So, how did you meet Foot, man?
I met Foot on a humble. It was in Plaza summertime. You know, he always come through. But you know, he came through. He always come through with 2 brown flags, and he probably got a brown flag on the left side, brown flag on the right side. And, you know, just seeing him and the way he was orchestrated, the way he ran the organization, the way the family was operated was like structured. So when he come to the Plaza, you know, everybody want to know who that is because he coming through so sturdy.
Facts.
My big homie for the Millies. He was coming in to see him, Sos. His name's Sos Millie. When Foot came to the Plaza to see Sos, that's how I wound up getting a clear shot of who he was, and I introduced myself to him. You know, he was a fair dude, very respectful. Then later on down the line, I wound up being Brown. Then we built our own relationship. Then it became more of a family thing, more than anything.
Yo, shout out to Foot for mayor. One of his last performances was at our event on 283 Liberty. He came with the Louis Vuitton Jason mask and Louis Vuitton bulletproof vest shit. One of the dopest performances that I've ever seen from him. And just as in the graffiti world, he was just such a iconic type of dude, man. There's not no negative shit about Foot in this graph world. They loved him. They love what he brought to the table. So shout out to my man, Foot.
Shout outs to Foot for mayor. Long live first pimp.
That's a fact, man. Brown. So let me, I want to end this show with both of y'all. Niceo, man, come to the joint.
Yes, sir.
So both of y'all, man, I appreciate y'all for coming to the show tonight, man. No lie to you, we did 2 hours. I haven't did a 2-hour show in maybe 3 years. I usually do like an hour show, but we're going back to two guest format. I appreciate y'all for coming through. Do anybody y'all want to give some shout outs to anybody? Let's start off with you, God.
Shout outs to the whole BME, you know, the family, the Browns. Shout outs to S.STREET Media for putting my song on that mixtape. You know, that was definitely clutch. That was definitely appreciative for that. Shout outs to my lady in the cut over here. She's the CEO of my clothing line. And the co-founder of my clothing line, Yawa, stand for Young Opportunists with Ambition. She's she drew out the whole logo. So, you know, shout outs to her for that. New logo, new merch coming soon. You know, shout outs to my kids, you know. Cash, King, Royal, you know, regulars. I'm a dad before anything, so shout outs to them.
Who you got to shout out, Niceo?
You know, the Click, Criminal Minded, Zulu Nation, Jungle Brothers, De La Soul, you know, KMD, rest in peace, Doom. I miss you, brother.
Facts.
Yo, YNN, Low Lies. Yo, just the same old family. Yo, you could definitely hit us up on Instagram. You can hit us up on Facebook. Yo, always criminal minded. If you can't remember anything, all you gotta do is # criminal minded.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Yes, yes.
Yo, I want to thank you all for coming through tonight.
Yes, sir.
Yo, no lie to y'all, it was a great show. I got 2 dope people that I feel, you know, music wise, G2Da Prillz is moving. And when it comes to this fucking graph shit, you already know Godzilla don't play around.
Sure.
Godzilla don't play around.
Keep stepping.
He opened up my first, y'all 2 opened up my first episode of the Vandal Hour. Been a year. This is our films. This is a great episode.
Shout out to the Vandal Hour.
Thank you. It will be up by tomorrow. Guarantee it might be about tonight, but just in case this fucking uploading shit it be, you know, shit it be taking 4 or 5 hours sometimes. You never know. So it should be up by tonight. But if it's not up by tonight, guarantee by tomorrow it'll be up. You can go to www.sstreetmedia.com. You could go to our YouTube channel, S Street Media. You could go to our Instagram page at S.STREET Media. Hit the link in the bio. It'll take you there. Make sure you check out all the old episodes. No lie to you, we have over 1 million views. We got Summers on DTF Radio. The newer ones is on S.STREET Media. Check both of them out. I don't give a fuck. I really want the views. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So check them out.
Tap in.
We moving, man. We moving. Tap in. We moving.
Tap in. Don't tap in too late.
That's a fact, man, because, you know, as Fat Joe say, the price just went up. The price just went up. I am Mathematics. I'm representing the Vandal Hour. No mask. Still don't got no case. It's real like that. Check us out. We'll be back with some fire. It's real. G2Da Prillz. Niceo CNYNN. Shout out to STEM, my cousin Hops. Shout out to Winsburg Projects where I'm born and raised. You already know. Shout out to Woodside Projects. Shout out to my moms and I'm in the Bronx. Free God. 1718 Collective and all the rest of my peoples. Peace.
Peace.